Hello students, welcome to Angstrom Edu, India's best out solving app, and today we are going to learn about the topic Dalton's atomic theory. So, what is Dalton's atomic theory? According to Dalton's atomic theory, all matter, whether an element, a compound or a mixture, is composed of small particles called atoms. So, according to Dalton's atomic theory, all matter, whether an element, a compound or a mixture, is composed of small particles called atoms, is composed of small particles called atoms. So, there are various postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. So, let us study about the postulates. So, what are the postulates of Dalton's atomic theory? First is, all matter is made up of very tiny particles called atom. First is, all matter is made of very tiny particles called atoms. Then second postulate is that atoms are indivisible particles. Second is atoms are indivisible particles which cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction, which cannot be created or destroyed in chemical reaction. Then third postulate is that atoms of a given element are identical in mass and chemical properties. Atoms of a given element are identical in mass and chemical properties. Fourth postulate is that atoms of different elements have different chemical properties and have different masses. So, atoms of different elements have different masses and chemical properties. Different masses and chemical properties. Then the fifth postulate is that atoms combine in the ratio of small whole numbers to form compounds. Atoms combine in the ratio of small whole numbers to form compounds. Whole numbers to form compounds. Then we have sixth postulate, which states that the relative number and kind of atoms are constant in a given compound. The relative number and kinds of atoms are constant in a given compound. So these are the important postulates of the Dalton's atomic theory. Now if we talk about the limitations, Then there are some limitations of Dalton's atomic theory, which are atoms of the same or different types have a strong tendency to combine together to form a new group of atoms. For example, hydrogen, oxygen gases exist in nature as a group of two atoms. This indicates that the smallest unit capable of independent existence is not an atom but a group of atoms. So, and this another limitation is that with the discovery of some atomic particles, electrons, neutrons and protons, the atom can no longer be considered indivisible. So, electrons, protons and neutrons discovery and neutrons discovery led to the conclusion that atom is not that led to the discovery that the atom can no longer be considered indivisible, divisible. So this is all about the Dalton's atomic theory. Thank you for the session. Happy asking.